Check, check. Check, check. Mm. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Patrick here with Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. We are here with our Tuesday live stream, changing it up a little bit. We are now doing our live streams every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. That's what we're going to be doing. I was going to do first and third, but then I realized it's 13, and I kind of got like a little weird thing going on with that. So I don't want it to be on the first and the third just because it's superstition. So we are going to be doing our live streams every Tuesday, every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. And again, just because I just don't want it to get stagnant, and it is kind of working, because I don't know for you guys, for you who do watch me and who follow me, I did actually post a video up this week, an actual uploaded video, not like live stream. So that's a little bit different. So we're moving in the proper direction here. I hope everyone's been good for the last couple weeks. Let's see. Hey, big shout outs to Braden Hogan out there, Jaybird always in the house, the Purple Platypus podcast, Mike Cordoza, and everyone else that's tuning in as well. You know, it's funny. I wanted to give it check it out a little bit. We got about 9 people in the chat already, and for those of you that are in the chat, I know you guys are like diehards about the channel, about my content, about working with other people and talking about other people and whatnot. So you guys are the special ones, because I did not really like post up a lot on my social media or anything else like that to let people know. I kind of just like went after it today and just like, whoever shows up, and that's pretty much how it went. So I did not remember to update my my intro. For those of you that know, the one that goes like this, but usually I have like an intro right before it. I did not update that, so I'm not going to blow your eardrums out. So I'm not even going to show that one today. But yeah, like I said, we're getting back in here. Oh, and another special shout out to my Julian Florin. What's up? From Italy. Nice. On vacation in Italy. Yes. Dan Holbrook, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. First time tuning in. Everyone else giving some shout outs. Jaybird, Cordoza, Julian, they're always in here. So welcome everyone. Yeah, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get talking. Let's start talking tint here. We got the first question over here from Braden Hogan. Thoughts on flex film? Let's go ahead and I don't want to be unbiased here, so let's talk about flex film a little bit. Flex film is Ralph Van Pelt's baby. You know what I mean? Ralph Van Pelt, if you guys don't know, he started doing tutorials online, predating Matt, I believe, even. And he, but then he focused on building up a brand, building up a film, and he started using that film, and now he pushes more towards pushing the films. I haven't seen a lot of training videos on his part, but he does do a lot of informative stuff about window films and things of that nature. Obviously, to probably try to sell more film, of course. I do know, the only thing is that I do know that the manufacturer that they were going through did have a run of bad film. But since then, they did fix the problem, and they sourced it through a different manufacturer or something of that nature. But flex film was like anyone else. If you talk to people, majority of the people that I talk to, they're like on the fence about it. But the few people that do use it, they do love it. So it's like kind of like any other film. I don't personally use them, so I can't talk bad, but I can't talk good. I'm kind of like Switzerland with that situation. So the best thing I can tell you is that you can just get a sample roll, kind of check it out. I do know that they don't give free sample rolls. You're gonna have to pay for it, and it's kind of free in the fact that if you end up buying from them, your first order will have the cost of the sample roll reimbursed or credited back. So it is free if you end up using them. But if you don't, then you kind of pay for the sample roll. So that's my thoughts on flex film. So yep. Let's see here. Mike Cordoza. What's up, brother? Mike Cordoza. What's going on? Patrick from Italy. Wow. Patrick from Italy. Have used it off and on. Have never had a job come back. Jeff said he's used it off and on. Never had a job come back. So I'm assuming he's talking about flex film. So that's great. Like I said, people that use it, they love it, and they know how to work with it. Different films have different ways to work with it than others. Some people say that Lumar is like really thin, especially if you're using like XPEL or Global or Express Window films, where that film is like feels a lot thicker and a lot more robust. So it really just depends on what kind of film you're working on and what kind of films you're used to. So don't ever be afraid to kind of step out of your comfort zone and test out and feel other films and see if that's something that might work better for you. You never know. still gonna be. Oh, what's up, Soak Shield in the house? What's going on? What's going on? I do have my phone today, by the way. Anyways, let's inside joke. Officer Diggs, Orlando, Florida area. What's going on, Officer Diggs? 37C, too hot. 37 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is. We don't use Celsius in the States, Julian. Well, let's see. Hold on, I gotta Google it. Hold on. 37. Hold on. 37 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. 98. Wow, 98. That is super hot. Yeah, so it's hot here too. Heck, I think today it was a high of 93, and up in the shop it's always about 5 degrees warmer, 5 to 10 degrees warmer, so it's about 98, right around 100 degrees. So yeah, I just want to let you know that. Let's see here. Officer Diggs, I'm in Orlando too, bro. What's up? Looks like Devonte is in Orlando also. Devontae, small world. Look at these guys. These guys are just touching base. Whoa, what's going on, Devontae? Hitting it up with the $2 super chat. Definitely appreciate that, brother. Thanks for the support, he says. So thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. All super chats, obviously, of course, support the channel. So thank you again. In the house, where's the coffee? Jaybird asks. No coffee today. I broke down and I got really hungry. So instead of eating at 2 and my eating window going from 2 o'clock till 8 o'clock, I ate at like 11:30. So my eating window closed down at 5:30, which means that I am not eating anything else until tomorrow. Hopefully I can make it till 2 o'clock tomorrow, because I couldn't make it today. I was starving. And but yeah, that's why I have no coffee today. I should have gotten water, because it does get warm in my studio, but I did not. Purple Platypus podcast. Without looking, could you distinguish between the different mill films just by using them on the spot? If so, how? Yes, because most window films, if it's 8 mil like security film, but that's like not auto, you don't do that on auto, you do it on a flat. 8 mil is like super thick, but usually you're only going to have 1.5 mil. Between the difference in mil films. Yes, normal film is 1.5 mils, and like the economy line, I think Suntech I think goes for, I think they have an economy line, but that's a 1 mil film. If you're used to 1.5 standard thickness of film, you'll instantly feel the difference when you go to a 1 mil or economy film. Not saying that it's bad, it's just it's literally a, what is that, 33% thinner. It literally folds, and it just kind of drapes over like a wet rag, to be honest. And that's in my opinion, because I usually use like a 1.5 film, and I've used a 1 mil film once, and it was just like, ugh, it just kind of laid. It was kind of harder, definitely harder to install the back glass, because I'll do a Frankenstein, and when I Frankenstein, I need it a little bit rigid. So to answer your question, could I tell the difference between a 1 mil and a 1.5? Absolutely, hands down. And you will too. Definitely get your hands on some and feel it. You'll feel it instantly. Now, a 1 ply versus a 2 ply, I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference, to be honest. I'll be very frank with you on that one here. So let's see here. Ian from Fort Lauderdale. I think Flex is too expensive. I like Sun Control, free shipping. Yes. Again, there's a lot of pros and cons to every different manufacturer, and you really got to work and see which one works best for you, because some people just absolutely love the film that they work with, and they wouldn't go any other way, and people have different opinions about different things. So it's just definitely something you have to try yourself. I wish I had the definitive answer, like this is so and so, this is the perfect one. There's a lot of good competitors out there at a lot of competitive rates and different things that they can offer. Now, on certain things that, like, I don't know, like maybe soak shields. Yep, soak shields are the only thing in the market that, they're the first one. They're the original. And I would say, yeah, if you want like dash protection, get a soak shield, because there are knockoffs out there, but you want to go for the original. I know the manufacturer personally, and I know he's diehard about it. And I know the guy he bends over backwards to make sure his products are perfect. So so I really support something like that, just because number one, we're friends, and number two, it's a good quality product. If it was crap, I would just, even if we were friends, I just wouldn't talk about it. So that's my opinion on that one. Julian with the £5 super chat from Italy, with love to the channel. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in on your vacation. For y'all don't know, Julian, he's over in the UK, and he's in Italy right now vacationing, and I can't believe he's spending his time on vacation watching the live stream with me. That's awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Very, very cool, my friend. Very cool. Officer Diggs, what's the difference between a single and a dual ply film? I'd be honest with you, I don't know the exact. That would actually stump me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know all the answers. You know what I mean? I know a lot of the answers, but I don't know all the answers. So I'd have to check that out. Let me get back to you on that one. Do you like Suntech carbon film? Pink Dolphins asked. I've never used Suntech carbon film, so I can't give you the answer to that one. And I think I saw it twice. Same question, twice. Do you like Suntech CIR? Ceramic film? Oh, carbon film versus ceramic film. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know, because I've never used Suntech. I think I might have used it once or twice. But I really can't give you an answer on that one, because I don't use them. I'm sorry, brother. I'm just going right down the list on everyone. If I know the answer, I'm going to shoot it out. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be honest with you. So 95% of the time, you're going to get your question answered. Just so you know. Heads up. Jaybird, what is best slip for summertime? For summertime, just because it is hotter, obviously you're going to want, it's not which one it is, but it's more in regards to how much you're using. During the summer times, because it is hotter, the water is going to evaporate quicker, glass is hotter, film will tack sooner. So whatever you're using, you're going to want to use a little bit more during the summertime. That way the film isn't gonna prematurely tack on you, and it's not gonna get sticky on you. You still want it to be able to shift and move around the glass, and then when you're ready, that's when you're gonna squeegee it. So as you're shifting, if it's tacking on you and it's not sliding smoothly, you either didn't lubricate it on the sides and the bottom and on the glass itself, or your slip mixture is just a little too lean, and go ahead and add some more. And the same thing for the flip. During the wintertime, when it's cold, you don't want to use a lot of your slip solution. You want to dilute it a little bit with a little bit more water, just so it'll tack a little bit quicker. Just because of the cold water, it takes a little bit longer for the film to tack on there. So that's the answer to your question. Pink Dolphin says, how much do you think it should cost to tint the windshield? In my personal opinion, it really, to be honest, it really just depends on the film cost of the cost of your film and what you're paying per square foot. So if I'm looking at, let me see here. I know my numbers, so let's see here. I always say that your film cost should be at least 10%. Given, let's say, let me see here. Boom. Let's just say that your film costs 50 cents a square foot, right? So let's just say it's 50 cents a square foot. And average windshield, and let's give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say it's 5 feet, which it's probably going to be right around 5 feet by, let's say, 3 feet. So you'll end up using 15 square feet of material. And your cost is 50 cents a square foot. So it's going to cost you about $7.50 in material. And I believe divide by 10%, let's say 15%. See, no, I don't think that's right. No, that's not right. Hold on. That math isn't working out here. I always say keep your film costs at 10%, 10 to 15%, no more than 15%. But with windshields, they are a little bit more difficult because I only use ceramics. So I'll use either like an Air Blue 80 or I'll use Pinnacle. Now I really won't use Stratus because they're a little bit thicker. It's a little bit thicker and it's a lot more money, a lot more expensive film. So if you mess it up, it's going to be a problem. But I would say for sedans and coupes, $150 is a really good range. And then once you get up to like trucks, SUVs, Multi-purpose vehicles, I would say $200 is a pretty good price. And the reason why I say that is because it is going to take you a little bit. Just for that one piece of glass, for me, it's about 45 minutes to an hour to do that glass correctly. But it's got to be clean. It's got to be clean. You can't have trash in the windshield. You can't have trash directly in front. You can have a little sparkle because no install is perfect, but you can have a little sparkle or a little champagne if you go through a dry area. Just a tiny little bit, but it's got to be on the passenger side. You can't have it in front of the driver. If it's directly in front of the driver, you might as well rip it off and redo it. But that price point I think is priced very well, because if I go too high, I'm not going to sell very many, and if I go too low, I don't think I'm getting what I'm worth. So that's a really good sweet spot for me, because it does take effort, it does take time, and it takes a significant amount of skill as well to do it correctly and cleanly. So if you're good at windshields, feel free to charge more, because if people know that you can do it well, sky's the limit, my friend. Sky's the limit. 1 a.m. in the morning, Julian. I love the dedication to the channel, my friend. I love it. I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. You're awesome. I'm glad you're watching me on your vacation. For all you, follow Julian. Just kidding. Let's see here. There we go. Niles Reddick answered the question. Suntech Carbon CXP is a great film. Boom. Done. Devontae, I'm looking at taking on these 3-day window tinting training. I'm not looking to be an expert in at first. Oh, wow. I'm like reading it to myself, but not really. Okay, Devontae asks, I'm looking at taking one of these 3-day window tint trainings. I'm not looking to be an expert at first, but would the 3 days be enough to get me competency level? Okay, so this is a good question. This is a really good question. I don't think that training is a bad thing. I don't. If you can afford it, I think it's a really great thing. Here's the problem. With those 3 days, you're usually, if you're going to be doing live training, you're going to be probably spending anywhere between $400 and $500 a day, per day, to be going and paying for this live training. Now, when you get there, you're going to be paying, you're probably going to get a basic set of tools. They'll supply the cars, obviously, so that you can work on them, obviously the training, and they'll supply the film that you're going to be using as well, and anything else like shampoo or blades, tools, anything else like that. But here's the trick part of it. Unless you happen to live next to a training facility, you're probably going to have to pay for a flight at worst case scenario, or a pretty good drive. On top of that, you're going to have to pay for hotels, plus you're going to have to pay for a rental car if you fly. You'll have to pay for food, which eating out every single night for every single meal for a week just gets pretty expensive. So like a 3-day course that costs $1,500 could actually cost you at the door maybe around $2,500 to $3,000, which for a lot of people, they can't really afford that. So if you can afford it, I think I say, yeah, go for it. It's it will give you, how do I say this? No training course will make you an expert, and you have to have realistic expectations. But what they will do is the training courses will be able to provide you an excellent foundation to what you should know, what you should do, how you should cut back windows and trim back windows, how you should cut out a quarter or window, or how to cut out a door window, how to install. They're going to give you the fundamentals and the foundation, but it's your job. That's all they can give you. You know what I mean? That's your job after that point, is to take the knowledge that they've given you and put it into action, and it has to be repetitive. You can't take the course, do 5 cars, and be like, oh, I suck at this. No. Even when you first get started, I don't care if you're a weekend warrior or if you're a pro, a 6-day-a-week pro, it's going to take you a lot. It'll probably take you a couple hundred cars just to get just to really get your feet wet. When I first started, it took me 6.5 hours to do my first car, and that was a simple hatchback. Kia Rio, 2012 or 14? What year is it? 2012 or 14. I don't know. You guys can look it up. Real simple. Simple front quarter windows that are in the A-frames, so it's like you just trim them out like the Altimas. Simple doors, and the back window hatch is pretty easy as well. So So I wouldn't knock it. If you can afford it, do it. And also, I will be doing a new thing coming soon. I think I'm going to be doing it October or November. I want to try to do it before the holidays come in. But I'm going to be doing a new version of training. It's going to be an in-house training, but it's going to be online. Here's the thing. It's going to be substantially cheaper. I'm thinking I'm running it for about $500 a head. And what it's going to be, it's going to be like a 3-day course, but we're going to do it like every Sunday. You know what I mean? It's going to be 3 or 4 days, and we're going to do it, and I'm going to be live in a garage, and I'm going to have probably 15 to 20 people maybe in a class, and that's kind of it, and I'm going to cut it off at that point. But I'll be able to go with it, and your job, you'll have to get the film, you'll have to get the tools, and you can either watch the videos and follow along as I do it, like get set up in a garage or somewhere, or you can have the videos and then you'll have access to the videos and use them for later. So it's kind of like either you're buying a training DVD essentially, or you're joining in on a live training. But the cool thing about that is that I'll do one section. I'm going to start here. I'll do one section kind of going over tools and films and stuff like that, and then it'll give you a week to kind of talk, practice those skills. And then we come back in a week, the next Sunday, for like Windows. You know what I mean? So that way I can answer any questions that people are having or problems that people may be having, and then we can learn a new skill and then give you a week to kind of play around with that, and then we do a new skill. It'll probably take about 3 to 4 weeks to fully complete. I haven't fully released it. This is kind of like the first time I've actually announced it. I'm going to be start doing it and promoting it. I'm going to be promoting it for the next couple months or so, but it is one of the first online training classes, a live training class, not just a training DVD. Julian, I know I promised you that that you'd get one of the first training DVDs. This is actually going to be part of that package. So Julian, for sure, you're going to be getting access to those videos and into the class when we first get it on. So to answer your question, sorry if I went on a tangent right there. Give me 1 second, y'all. I did have to check my phone here. Oh, the joys of live, huh? The joys of live. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm just checking something out here. Confidant here. One of my colleagues, esteemed colleagues, friends, co-workers, I guess you could say, something like that. Here we go. He was just giving me some advice, saying that a lot of people are asking me questions about window film, and it's kind of hard to give accurate responses and advice on films that I haven't used. So in regards to questions to specific films, Flex Film, Lumar, Suntech, like I said, most of the time I'm going to answer the question with I don't know, because I don't use it. So let's try to keep it to installation questions or business related questions to window tinting. Just not what I would do in regards to what particular films, because everyone has their own pros and cons and whatnot. And there's goods and bads to every manufacturer. So definitely appreciate the heads up there. Yeah. And again, if you had any specific questions about a specific manufacturer, you should probably touch base with them, and they'll be able to answer all the questions you have and probably send you out samples. Most of the time they send you out samples. So thank you very much for that advice, and let's try to keep it to that, huh? Let me go ahead back up here. Ian says DM needs to get his hands on some burner rolls and go ham. I love it. Yes. Just ride. What do you think about 950 tint job on a 2018 Jeep Cherokee RT with Reno and all around except the front windshield? Is it expensive? Just ride. I don't know the cost of the window film for Reno. I know that their S9 series, I think it's a ceramic line, but that's pretty much as far as I got. Everyone else charges a little bit different. Some people, like I would, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at what I do. I tell people 97% because it's like every job that I do is damn near perfect. So someone like me that may not be so humble might be like, well, I'm a really awesome tinter. I'm going to charge you $350 for just dyed. You're not paying for the film. You're paying for my quality expertise and my quality installation. So so it really just depends, you know, what the shop is and their skill level on the price. But what you can do is you can find other shops that offer the same film and price shop that way if you'd like. But if the film feels good, looks good, and the installation is clean, then it's worth it. The $950 is worth it because it'll come back with it'll pay back in spades for sure. Heat rejection, UV and UVA protection, UVA and UVB protection, excuse me, privacy. It helps if the glass gets shattered, the tint will hold on to it and hold it together instead of blowing into pieces. So a lot of good benefits to window tinting, definitely for sure. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting questions about pricing. Everyone charges. You know, I can have a film, the exact same film that a competitor has down the street, and we both could be at different prices. Why? Maybe I'm a weaker tinter and he's a better tinter and he has cleaner installs, so maybe he charges more. Maybe I have a plotter and it takes me literally 30 or 40 minutes less, so therefore I can charge less because it doesn't take me as long. Because if it doesn't take me as long, I can do more throughout the day. So therefore, maybe I can bring the savings down to my clients. So there's a number of different reasons, price and why someone would charge what they charge, and is it a deal? It's that one is a very difficult question to answer. So that one I cannot answer. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had the right answer for that one, but I don't. I can't. Officer Diggs, this one's a good one. Pros, cons of dry shrinking versus wet shrinking. Here we go. Now, this is a good question. Yes. Okay. What do I prefer? I prefer dry shrinking over wet shrinking, hands down, any day of the week. But let's talk about most of the time I'm going to be talking about sedans and coupes. Okay, like if you're doing like SUVs, like Explorers, and any other type of SUVs that just has a flat glass. It's not like a sedan where like it's leaning. You know, it's got a pretty good angle on it. So we're talking about that. I would do dry shrinking over wet shrinking because I believe that wet shrinking is just a very aggressive way to tint. So what happens is that when you wet shrink, you're literally laying down some sections and aggressively shrinking other sections while you lay down the next section that if it doesn't have a finger, you're not shrinking it at all. But it puts a lot of pressure on the glass, and I believe that it has a higher failure rate or a sooner failure rate than dry shrinking. Dry shrinking, you shrink more evenly. You're shrinking the entire section versus little slivers wherever the fingers are. So that's a little bit harder right there. And I believe that I believe wet shrinking is harder if you're a newbie. If you're new to the game, if you're new to window tinting, like do wet shrinking on like a really easy, like a newer model like Malibu. That thing's got like no shrink. Or like a Camaro, the new Camaros, got like no shrink. If they got no shrink on them, barely little fingers, wet shrink it all day long. It's the same thing as a side door. But if it has some substantial fingers, I would not wet shrink it just because you're gonna end up creasing it. It's a lot easier to crease that. Then you gotta divide and conquer. So if you're thinking about wet shrinking or dry shrinking, stick with the dry. Stick with the dry. Oh. Pink Dolphins, by the way, I'm a woman. Oh, my bad. I am so sorry. I was going with the numbers right there. I got a 90% chance that you're a guy, and a 10% chance you're a woman. Thank you for clarifying. Pink Dolphins, you're a woman. Appreciate it. Sorry about all the typing errors. Don't worry about the typing errors. I made an error because you're actually a woman and not a man. So, sorry about that. Mark me down too. Chad, mark me down too. Jaybird says, hope you're a woman, Pinky. Pink Dolphins. Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense. I mean, everyone's into whatever, you know. I don't discriminate. Okay, here. Hello, good job. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Let's keep going on. Thanks for the advice, Devontae. You're welcome. You're welcome. Julian asked a question. What is the difference between Suntech 5 and Suntech 18 CXP? If it's 5 CXP and 18 CXP, it's just one's a darker film than the other. I think that's the question you're asking me, Julian. In regards to if it's just Suntech 5% and then there's a Suntech 18 CXP, again, I don't know the different lines. It could be like a dyed film versus a hybrid film versus a metallized film versus a ceramic film. I don't know that specific question. I just know that if it's the difference between a 5% and an 18% is obviously just the shade difference. 5 is darker, just so you know. Have you done a 19 Prius back window? Jeff, I have not done a Prius 19 back window just yet. I don't even know. Did the body style change? I don't even know. Let's see here. Let's check this out. Bam. 2019 Prius images. Oh. Okay. Now, okay, I have seen this glass. I didn't know it was specifically a Prius. But if you guys can see by the shadowing in this picture, can you see the crazy dip that goes on in this thing? See if I can see it in this picture. You can't really see it in that picture. I've heard of people tinting these. I hear they're not that bad. I hear they're not that bad at all. Because they dip in and they contour to the glass. So you should be good. Devontae here with the $1 super chat. Definitely appreciate that super chat. I know it was a little bit late. I was scrolling down through the questions. I know you did it just a little bit ago, so I was trying to get to every question. Apologize about the tardiness, but thank you again for the super chat, $1 super chat. That way, it really does help support the channel. Thank you very much. Ian says prices suck down here in South Florida. I hear the prices are pretty cheap in Florida, South Florida at least. I hear that there's a tinter on every corner. But you know what I mean? Sometimes if you're in a flooded market, move. Go where you got to go where the money is, baby. I could be the best tinter in the world, but if there's 95 other tinters that are $99 tinters, then I'm not gonna stand a chance. Not gonna stand a chance. Gotta try. Let's see. You know what? Let's take a look and see how many people we got in the chat. Oh, 16 people in the live stream. Definitely appreciate joining us here. If you guys are just joining us, my name is Patrick, and this is Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. We're doing our Tuesday night live stream every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. We'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're new to the channel, make sure to click the blue subscribe button or the blue box in the bottom right-hand corner. You'll be able to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell notification if you want to be updated for whenever I go live or upload new videos as well. And I did actually upload a new video recently too. Getting back in the game, guys. You know what? And I'm working on a new video now where I just got demolished on a on a Volkswagen Beetle. Volkswagen Beetle, 2017 Volkswagen Beetle Turbo. So, I'm not lying. I tried this thing probably 8 or 9 or 10 times. I don't know how many times I tried it. So too many times. And I even threw in the towel, called a buddy of mine to get it done. He says, "Oh yeah, I can shrink that in 7 minutes, no problem. Ideal. Come over here and get this thing done for me." Because I had tinted the sides, I just could not do the back. Well, he came back and he took apart the interior of the hatch, of the inside of the hatch. Took some screws out and was going to take the fin off, which was kind of genius, and I wish I recorded it. But the problem is that he couldn't get the fin off. So, I mean, I do about 1,200 to 1,500 cars a year, and every now and then I get cars that I just got to throw in the towel. If it ain't clean, I just can't let anything go away junk. And it happens far and few between, but it does happen. So I did record all of that kind of like vlog style, and it looked awesome. And then I looked down at my camera after the end and realized that I did not have it in the proper setting. So I don't know if the audio is good or anything else like that, but we'll see. I'm trying for y'all. I'm trying. Let's see here. Pink Dolphin says, do you prefer manual cut or computer cut? I prefer, majority of the time, I prefer computer cut because it's just faster. I don't care who you are. I guess this is my personal opinion. There are some cats that are faster hand cutting than plotter cutting. I just find it a little bit more consistent, a little more symmetrical, a little bit faster for sure. On average, if I was going to hand cut a car, it's going to take me about an hour and a half to 2 hours. If I was going to do the same car but use a plotter, it'll take me about an hour and 15 minutes at most. So it's significantly faster for me to do a plotter cut. But if I happen to show up to a gig and I don't know the year, make, and model, I just bring the film and hand cut it. So if I got no choice, I will hand cut because that's better than doing nothing. And it still looks clean. You have to know how to hand cut. But in regards to time to crank out volume, the name of the game is definitely the plotter for sure. For sure. We've got some really good questions. Really good questions here. Let's see. Keep going down with the questions. Keep going down. Jaybird asks, how do you maintenance bottle baby shampoo chunks, white chunks in window I'm getting? Okay, so what he's saying is that he's using either a spray bottle, a spray pump, or a tank. And he's starting to get white chunks, and these white chunks, it's when you use Johnson baby shampoo, because I've heard of other people using Dawn and it doesn't do that. So basically what that is it's a buildup of soap residue that gets into your bottle, and then as you keep refilling the bottle, the chunks will spray out and get onto the glass as you're installing it, and the stuff won't go away because it's literally fat chunks, not fat, but globs of condensed soap or soap residue. If you're using the spray bottles from like Lowe's or Home Depot, like the zips or the spray masters you can get for anywhere between $3 and $5, those are awesome, but the soap buildup will happen, and it will happen within 2 to 3 weeks after you purchase it and you use the bottle consistently. I don't like using those spray bottles a lot because there's no way to get in there and clean them, so you have to basically just throw it away. A buddy of mine did use some pantyhose and put it at the very end of the, not the sprayer section, but like the tube that goes into the bottle. He put pantyhose and put a little rubber band around that to kind of help double filter it. You could try that. That could help. If you get the junior pumps, like the bigger ones, and you just kind of squeeze, it's kind of like a mini compressed tank, I guess you could say. Those get the same buildup, but they're big enough that you can get like a brush in there and give it a good cleaning once a week. And it does take a little bit of time to keep that maintenance up, but you can do that as well. Same thing with the pantyhose. Now with the tank, I use a tank, but I don't get a lot of buildup, and I don't know if it's because it's metal on the inside. All the other bottles are plastic. Maybe the soap builds up better on the plastic versus the metal, so I don't get a lot of buildup. But I also, when my tank is empty, I fill it up with fresh water, shake it around a lot, empty it, and then I fill it up. But I use distilled bottled water, filtered water, for all my spray jobs. For all my jobs, I don't use tap water. Distilled filtered water is what I use. Baby shampoo, and I have an inline filter. Every week I take the filter out, and a small little mesh filter, and I clean it out and blow on it and make sure it's all clean. So every week it's just a little bit of residue. If you have a lot of contamination in your water, or you're afraid of that buildup, if you're running a tank, you can put an inline filter in there as well. So yeah, and you can find those inline filters all over the place. Just use it like with one of those little crank twisty, ring twisty tightener thingies, and you'll be good to go. I don't know the name of it. It's more for auto, I think. Wow, I need water. Aww. Let's see. Here we go. Keep going down the list. Going down the list on the questions here. Yes, it's concave. Yes, we're still talking about the Prius, but yes, I really would just lay it down. I don't think you're going to have a problem with that Prius. Pink Dolphin says, don't ever pay for $450 for any tint job. The markup is crazy. I know people that are selling Stratus for $750. I know people that are doing crystalline, 3M crystalline or crystalline or whatever you wear. Some people say it differently. They're doing full cars for like $1,600. So it really just depends. I mean, markup is good. But it's not the film, you know, just because I purchased a NASCAR doesn't make me a NASCAR driver, you know what I'm saying? So just because you got the tools and you got the film, that does not mean that, you know, that they're good. So they have to be good too. And if they're charging $750, $800, they know the clients are going to be very particular and they want that stuff right. So if someone's charging $750, $450 for a car to get tinted, they're probably pretty good. I would say they're good. Either that or they're ballsy as hell. Let's see. Dewan Lester says, H pattern or horizontal, does it matter when doing back glass? H pattern and horizontal, that is the same word. So H, right? So H and the horizontal or the horizon, right? They're both horizontal, not vertical. When shrinking, you know, you can only shrink up and down. So as you roll the film out, you can only shrink. Let me see if I can show you this so that we're very clear. Window film. Window film. Here we go. I want to be very clear with everyone. And I'm trying to pre-find a piece of film that I can explain it. Here we go. No. Okay, so maybe this is gonna have to work the best. Okay, so let's take a look at a piece of window film right here. Okay, so this is a piece of window film, a roll of window film. So as the roll rolls out, right, you're gonna pull it out that way, right, and it comes off the roll. When you shrink, you have to shrink up and down. So you have to shrink this way. So you got to make sure you lay the film down this way. Okay. So when you do your H pattern, you're doing your H pattern across this way on the film so that you shrink the fingers up and down. If you try to shrink side to side and not up and down, you're going to end up binding the film. So basic, this is like basic as basic gets. That's, you know, day one stuff that you should know. If you don't know, now you know. But that's the direction of the film. You should be shrinking in that direction. If not, you're going to have some serious problems. But besides H pattern or horizontal, I would say dry shrink versus wet shrink, definitely. Patrick, do you allow customers to watch you tint their car? If not, why not? I typically don't. And then what I do is I put a chain across the door. We have a big roll-up gate, and it stays open the whole time. And we have a chain across that says authorized personnel only. Reason being for this is a couple different reasons. I do not like people watching me. I had no choice in one of the first shops I worked at because literally the waiting room was right next to the shop, like right there, no wall, no nothing. They could just sit on the couch and watch me the whole time. That I really can't control. There's nothing I can do there. But I would not allow anyone in the back of the shop, with me at my shop now. The reason why what I tell people to get people out is that I say for liability purposes, I can't allow any clients back here just because my insurance wouldn't cover it. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you can't be back here. And then I scoot them out. Reason being also too that's not a full lie, or a white lie anyways, because if I do have liners on the ground and they step on it, a liner on the ground is like ice. I know that. Joey that works with me knows that. People that work at the shop know that. But someone that doesn't know that and they step on that and they fall on their butt, like it could be a problem for me or the company. So I don't want to take that liability. Number two, reason why is that sometimes I'll either pop panels, pull sweeps, because I like to bottom load. But or maybe I'll use a blowtorch to shrink, which I don't do it often, but I have done it in the past. Those are like when someone buys like a 2019 you know, let's any brand new 2019, this is their baby, and they see me like like pulling door panels off or popping the top of an F-150 or F-250 on a $60,000 truck or something like that. Like, they don't understand, they don't know that, first of all, I'm not breaking anything and that this is going to be a cleaner install. They're just worried that you're going to break something. So that's the reason why. And or here's a good example: if I'm doing that turbo, VW turbo, and I end up removing the fin, the spoiler on the back, I have to literally dismantle the entire back section, take 2 screws out, and then take 6 10 mil sockets out before I can pull that fin off. And if someone that sees that on their brand new car, they're going to be like, "You're just tinting the glass. Why are you taking apart half my car?" Like, people don't know, and people don't understand the things that you have to do to ensure a good quality tint job. So that's why I do not let people go in the back with me. Hope that answered it. 650 tint job. Jaybird says 650 tint job. Get what you're worth. That's right, baby. Get what you're worth. Get what you're worth. I charge them double if they watch. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see if I can do it. I was tinting a car once, and I'm not joking you. This cat was like right here. Like, I was literally. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was literally like, just let me fix this camera. They were close. I was doing my thing on like a side door, and they were like, right, looking through it, like looking at me. I'm like, bro, come easy now. So yeah, it's really awkward when people watch. Really awkward. You know what? Devontae has a great question. He says, Patrick, did you have a video on how you started tinting, starting on a few friends' cars, fams, the starting charging, the negotiating with a shop for $50K a year salary, blah, blah, blah. I did do a video, and I don't know if I did a specific video on how to negotiate for a solid salary as a tinter and what you need to do. I did it in a live stream. I'm pretty sure I talked about that. It was one of the topics when I was doing topics. But I don't think I've done an official video. Maybe I should. But it really just explains. It really explains what you should be able to do and what you should provide for the shop, and in return what the shop should provide for you and what you need. It's kind of like a checklist, so that like you can walk into a shop and walk out and make 50 grand a year, basically. And if you can, I mean, in a nutshell, if the shop charges enough per car, and if you can do a car within an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but definitely within an hour and a half, and they got enough volume, there's no reason why most shops shouldn't pay you about 50 grand a year, for sure. Show. But no, I haven't done a video on how I got started. I should probably do that. Some really good ideas. So, Devon, I'm gonna notate that. Let me write a note on that. Boop, 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 boop. The how I got started video and how to negotiate. How to negotiate video. That was a good one. How to get started on price points. I always tell people, you should be charging. You should have at least 10%. I think the going rate is whatever you pay for the roll. Whether you pay $200, $250, $300, whatever you pay for the roll. That's typically how much you charge for like a standard sedan, or like an average sedan. So that's always a good rule of thumb. Clean bottle every other day. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. Or just throw them away when they start getting sudsy, and then buy new ones. Because if you're doing 4 cars a day at $250 a car, you're making $1,000 a day. You know, you're working 6 days a week. You're making $6,000. Bottles cost $3. You know, I throw them every single day. I throw them away every single day if it was my shop. I was making that kind of cheddar. Pink Dolphin says, I'm suspicious of any professional who won't let you see the process. What are you hiding? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's good. That's a good point. But did you see how they made your car? Or did you go into the manufacturer when they made your Keurig, your Keurig maker, your coffee maker? Or how about your laptop? Or how about anything else in your life? There's very few things that you actually watch them do. Maybe your haircut, and maybe not even that if they turn you around. So I mean, don't forget they're a professional. If they're a professional, then you should trust them. And if you don't trust them, then go to a different professional or don't get your car tinted. I hope that's a good answer for you. I'm not hiding anything. It's just that I don't know. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know if you're a window tinter. But if you're not, I don't know what you do. And I don't know if you'd like people watching you all day. I don't know. Ian says, I didn't know the tint goes on the outside. Haha. It takes longer because they ask questions? Yes, Jeff made a good point. They're hiding nothing. Just takes longer because they ask questions. That is right. I mean, they're always going to be back there asking questions. If they're quiet and watching, that kind of would be another thing. I'm just letting me do my thing. But yeah, they'll always ask you a million questions. How do you do this? I didn't know it went on that side. What are you doing now? Blah 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 blah. And even scarier is when you turn on a blowtorch and start going towards their car, and they're like, oh. Oh, the worst. Ian says the worst is when they help pick up film off the floor. One of the worst ones is because I pre-roll and then I put it on the back window, the film, and then I unroll it out. So I'll unroll half of it, go to the other side, and unroll half. I had a client in the back once, and I unrolled half of it, and he grabbed the other half and unrolled it, which is fine, but he wasn't a tinner. And it was like Air Blue 80 or Pinnacle or Stratus or something like that, which was a pretty expensive film for him to just crease up all over the place. Like, you just don't touch it. What were you thinking? Let's see here. Catching up on the Q&As here. We got a lot of conversations going on. Oh, I mean mechanics and anyone that works on cars. Well, Pink Dolphins, if you come and get your car tinted by me, I'll let you watch me. For sure. It's gonna be 95 degrees, by the way. It's gonna be very hot. All right, let's check it out here. We've been going on for about an hour already, so I think we've been doing really well and answering a lot of questions. We got about 10, 13 people on the live stream still. Let me go over here. Let's see what we got for calendar. I just realized I opened up a calendar on my computer, and I can't be opening up a bunch of stuff because I'm afraid that it's gonna crash on me. What month are we in? July, right? Yes, July the 24th. Okay, so in August, we're going to be doing August live streams are going to be going on the 7th. No, on the 14th. The 14th and the 28th. That's going to be the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of the month. And the only difference is that, let me see, will I be back? I'm going to be on a cruise in September, but it looks like I'll be back for our live stream on the 11th. So yeah, it looks like we're just going to be good to go. So for the rest of the year, and probably continuing on until we stop the live streams, or I feel that they're not beneficial, we're going to keep going the live streams every 2nd and 4th Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what we're going to be going into. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one last stretch, give you about 5 more minutes. Give me shotgun approach. Just kind of give me all the questions you guys have, and we'll just start knocking them out. And that's how we'll finish off the live stream here. All the new people, welcome. Pink Dolphins, I don't think I've seen you on the chat before, on the live stream before. Welcome. Devontae, welcome. Let's take 5 minutes here, 2 minutes here to give a quick super chat time out here. Thank you very much, Devontae, with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the support. Devontae again with the $1 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. And of course, as always, Julian with the £5 super chat said, from Italy with love to the channel. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Let me see here. Devontae, shop in the east side. This does 20 cars a day with a tiny garage. 20 cars a day. That seems like a lot. Unless I don't know how many. Devontae, how many bays do they have, and how many tinters? You know, if they have 2 bays and 4 tinters, I can see how they can get 20 cars done a day. But if it's one dude doing 20 cars a day, I don't believe it. No way. There's no way that it's clean enough. Definitely not. Do 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 do. Yeah, they got like 4 to 5 tinters. Yeah, if you can get like 4 to 5 tinters, it's not. You know, it's hard. It's not hard tinting 20 cars a day. That's not the hard part. The hard part is booking 20 cars a day. 20 cars a day, 5-6 days a week. What is that? 100 to 120 cars a week. That's a lot of cars, a lot of business. I mean, just do the standard math on that puppy. Oh, I couldn't even imagine. Let's see. Let's ballpark it. Here, let's just say you're doing 20 cars a day. That's your capacity. 20 cars a day at $200 each. That's $4,000 a day. Times that by 6 days a week. It's $24,000 a week, by the way. Multiply that by, let's say, 52 weeks a year. That's $1.248 million. Let's just say that you can only book 75% of your time. That's $936,000, just shy of $1 million. So that is, but I mean, let's talk about this. Let's clear this out. That's 120 cars in a week. Times that by 52 cars. That's 6,200, over 6,200 cars. That's a lot of cars. That's a lot of closes. That's a lot of advertising. It's like, so they're probably if that's true, they're probably making $1 million a year, but they're probably spending like $300,000, $400,000 a year just to pay all the tinters and keep all that going. So that, I mean, kudos to them if they can keep that up, but that's a lot. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. Wow. Dr. Tint's days, we had 6 full-time tinters, 4 cleaners, 4 porters. Wow. 20 to 30 cars a day, easy, bro. Yeah. Tommy Silva over in Honolulu, TNT tint specialists. Heck, they're cranking out 50 to 60 cars a day or something like that. Craziness. They're doing like 500 to 600 cars a month. It's there. That's insanity. They got a lot of tinters there. Jaybird says, problem bottom dropping rear windows getting creases. Any ideas? Bottom dropping rear window getting creases. Any idea? Jaybird. Folding on rear. Okay, Jaybird, you got to be more clear. Are you, when you say rear, do you mean like the rear roll-ups, or are you talking about the rear back windows? Oh, we got the car. Hey, Daddy. What? We'll talk. Hold on. We'll talk in a second. Uh-oh. Hey, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to hunker down here. My boys got in. My boys came into the studio. Ethan, you want to come say hi? Yeah. Come here. Say hi. Look, come here. Guys, these are my boys. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out at this time, guys. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this week. We're going to go ahead and don't forget, every second and fourth Tuesday of the month, we're going to go ahead and be doing these live streams. So make sure you tune in. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure to hit the blue box or subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification if you want to be updated for whenever I go live or upload a new video. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Thanks again for everyone supporting the channel, and we'll talk soon. Thanks again, guys.